So as many of you know, in the beta currently, there is 2 story missions that you are allowed to do, alongside these 7 faction missions that reset every single day, and side missions which are extremely interesting because they're not really handed to you. You have to explore the world in order to find these side missions. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys one that I specifically came across yesterday while I was looking for some stuff for a video, mainly because Midas is mentioned within this side mission, and I thought that was extremely interesting, considering all the backstory and all the confusion going on exactly on where the 3 ghosts are from the previous Wildlands. But anyways, let's go ahead and waste no more time and get right into the video. So to start things off, I'm going to be showing you location in the background right now where you have to go, which is located within Fenbog. Specifically, you're going to want to be looking for the Harris Homestead. Once you arrive here, you're going to want to look for an NPC that has intel to give to you. He could be located pretty much anywhere within the actual homestead, so you're going to have to look for somebody that has the exclamation point over their head. Go ahead and talk to the NPC and they will have a secret side mission for you called A Soul in Rest. This is going to go ahead and start the side mission where you're trying to figure out exactly where these lanterns came from and why they're showing up here every single year. Once you've done all of that, it's going to lead you to the next location, which is called the Ancient Cemetery. Here you're going to find a new NPC that is going to be talking to you about the fact that she is the one that's putting up the lanterns every single year. But just so you guys understand it a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play that cinematic for you right now.
Downwind. I'm guessing it's your handiwork.
Hello. Yes, it is mine. The lanterns are for my grandfather, to honor him.
What'd your grandfather do?
He was a soldier in World War II. He crashed on the island, defected, and then met my grandmother.
So to you, abandoning your duty is worthy of honor.
That is not what I'm celebrating.
What then?
I always adored my grandfather. One day, after a heavy rain, I found his photos buried in my family's garden. Things from his old life, his life of war. I make these lanterns every year on the anniversary of his death to recognize that it is never too late to change who you are. My grandfather killed many people, but he was also brave enough to realize the error of his ways. He did everything he could to atone for his misdeeds.
I'm not sure bravery is the right word for that.
He built a new life from ashes. There's bravery in that. And now those soldiers desecrate his memory.
Yeah, and what makes you say that?
I kept the photos of my grandfather. I remember what he looked like vividly, every detail, down to the buttons of his jacket. Last week, I saw a soldier wearing it. They stole his precious things.
Then you'd like help getting them back.
Please, I can show you the pictures of what was taken.
Wait. I recognize some of this gear myself. Used to belong to a friend of mine named Midas. The soldiers took these too?
They took all of it.
All right, I'll help you.
Once you've done that, you're going to want to go ahead and move on to the next step, which is finding out exactly where the plane crash is located. To do this, you're going to obviously have to interrogate some other NPCs in another location, which unfortunately for me, the NPC was kind of bugged and I didn't hear the cinematic. It kind of just skipped right over it and gave me the location for the next part. But anyways, once you've done that, go ahead and head to the plane crash where you will have to encounter your first set of enemies. Now, thankfully, this is going to be extremely easy because they're just Sentinel Corp. They're not any type of heavies or wolves or anything. But specifically what you're going to be looking for here is a intel from one of the enemies. Now, at this point, it's really up to you. You can go ahead and kill the enemy, take the intel, or you can take the stealth approach and go ahead and interrogate the enemy. Whichever way you do choose, you will have the same outcome. Now, moving on to the next step of the mission will lead to a more trickier part, and that is because you will be sent to an island filled with Sentinel Corp. Now in this case, once again, there is no heavies or wolves here, so it's not going to be too hard, especially if you decide to take a stealth approach and find the commander's office instantly. Once you've done that, in here you're going to find all of the belongings that belong to Midas, as well as Yuma's grandfather. Now one thing that I do want to point out about this room that I found extremely interesting, I might be just completely overthinking it, but if we look at the wall right here, it kind of looks like they're referencing Skull and Bones and For Honor. Of course, I don't actually know this. If you guys do believe the same thing, let me know in the comments. But anyways, once you've collected the stuff from the actual bookshelf, go ahead and head back to the Ancient Cemetery where you will then complete the mission and be rewarded with the Bradley Bowie.
I will never be able to thank you enough for bringing these back. My grandfather was haunted by what he'd done until the day he died. It is my responsibility to make sure his memory lives on, so that no one repeats his mistakes. His best friend, another lost soldier, suffered a far worse fate. it is small comfort.
Your grandfather was doing his best in a world at war. I know Midas is out there somewhere fighting for what he believes in. In the end, I mean, that's all we can hope for.
I thought this mission was really cool, especially when it takes you to the room that has all of that stuff inside of it. And on top of that, this video is going to work as a great reference for me when the game does fully release, for me to be able to go get the Bowie knife. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of Breakpoint content. I've been having a lot of fun over the weekend playing Breakpoint. Unfortunately, the beta ends tomorrow. That means that we will not have any more Breakpoint in our lives until October 1st, which is actually not too far away. But I have a good solid 10 hours of recording saved on my computer, so hopefully I can get some more videos out for you guys. And again, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one.